Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick. With me this week is Gameface. Would you like to say hello to the people, Gameface, even though you're not feeling all that well?
Is that me again, Gameface?
Yes.
Oh, man. What a freaking weekend.
Yeah. I'm sure you don't want to talk about it, but...
Yeah, I do, kinda. It sucked. That is all.
It did suck. It did suck. Also with us this week is Slacker-chan. Say hello to the people, Slacker-chan.
I think my introduction needs to be... It
needs to be about 20% cooler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna concur
I
and
think
be
I
like,
already broke Joystick's brain.
I think I'm gonna concur and go...
Oh yeah, you had quite the adventurous weekend, Alex.
Yeah, I drove up to Erie, which is about 5 hours away, for a business trip, sort of, and I got a stomach bug.
And you spent the night throwing up.
I threw up
fun.
I threw up about 17 times, I figured, in 18 hours. And when I say throw up that many, that's how many times I actually had to run to a toilet or sink. But every time I did, I actually threw up 3 or 4 or 5 times, so I probably threw up about 90 times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is a lot, man. I am sorry your weekend sucked so bad. You probably wish you could have just stayed here, because then you would have never been there, probably never gotten a stomach virus, is probably not thrown up a bunch.
They were saying that it might have been something I got, like, a couple days prior, because it usually takes a while to kick in. I've not thrown up since I got home. I did 3 times on the way home, but I have not, I drank like half a glass of water and actually held it down, and I was like, achievement, get!
Yeah, well, you've eaten some, you drank a glass of water, you drank some ginger ale since you got home, you managed to keep that down.
I had a freaking blizzard, and it was awesome.
Yes, it was. I had one too.
I haven't gone to Dairy Queen in so long.
Neither have I. I had a cookie dough blizzard.
I haven't gone there in a while, but Alex, I just want you to know, when you told me that you were sick and throwing up, the rest of the day, the only thing I could think about was this video.
Oh no.
But
what video? What? What is he doing?
Then learn how to soundboard.
It's not a soundboard.
What is he doing?
I am so frustrated I could just...
Ew.
Ew, I agree with you.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry, I could only think of that after
funny,
you
though.
told me.
Well, there's at one point I started like pulling a rage quit. I started getting like really sarcastic in between each vomit.
Rage quit stomach virus.
I was like, oh, I've never seen that before.
Jesus. Okay. Would you like to tell the podcast people about the beer we're drinking?
Yes, we're drinking a tall glass of water. No,
Fail.
Pong. Pong beer.
Pong the bongity don't
Pong Beer Light. It says "Let's Play" on it.
Oh my!
And
it was like $17 for a 30-pack.
it came with?
It came with beer pong balls. Didn't come
Yes,
with
it
cups
did.
though, but I guess that's a prerequisite.
Well, we do have red Solo cups. Anyway, for those that may not have seen the update last week, I am currently writing a review for the game Ico. I promised that a while back. I'm finally getting my lazy ass around to do it. I wrote about 7 paragraphs.
Don't feel alone. I'm too lazy to read them anyway.
I just have one thing to say. Get your dong out of your bong and let's drink some pong with Mr. Wong.
Let's crack.
Mr. Wong, eh? Ah.
At least what I
Crack
said
'em and
isn't
pack
as
'em.
bad as Linsanity.
Linsanity?
Yeah, the Asian guy who's good at basketball.
Yeah, for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've been like doing great since he joined the team or something.
And like
yeah.
he's really, 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 really good, and everyone keeps his name's Lin something, and
His name's like Jeremy Lin or something like
Jeremy
that.
Lin or something
Lin
like.
Nahasa
And
Pima
everyone
Padawan.
keeps making horrible puns with it, like it's Linsanity.
Yeah, they've been calling it Linsanity. I've seen that before, Linsanity. But yeah, you guys can look forward to
That reminds me, well, because the reason I brought that up was, what's his name? The one guy who's...
Linsanity Red. Gatorade.
On
Jim
the Daily
Possible.
Show. He did a report about how, because in Chinatown, apparently there was some dispute between one company and Time Warner, and it was making it so that they couldn't see the game. So, like, everyone from Chinatown would leave Chinatown to, like, go to bars in other districts in New York, pack them full, like, ridiculously full.
And then
Pardon me,
Chinatown.
because-
Watch this one guy play
and-
basketball.
Yeah,
And then
it was
Chinatown would
ridiculous
get
because
disputed.
Time Warner would not agree to basically broadcast it. Like, Time Warner was being a bunch of cunt bags, so...
You
That's
think,
messed up.
like, with
The reporter, he was, like, trying to get an interview with, Time Warner, and he said they agreed, but... and he's, like, sitting there waiting for him to show, he's like, "Urgh, I can't wait." He runs off the bathroom, comes back. There's one of those tape things, like when you miss an appointment with them. He's like, "Damn it!" So he runs out into the street, and there's a Time Warner truck. He goes in front of it, like in the middle of the street, and he won't let it pass him. Like he keeps getting in front of it when it tries to turn. But I thought that was hilarious
That
because
is funny.
seriously,
Yeah.
they were AOL. They did AOL.
yeah, I
Which
have,
made me LOL.
lately I have been very, very satisfied with the sound quality of this podcast. Since we got these headphones, it has actually improved a great deal.
Dramatically.
Yeah, it's improved dramatically.
Drastically.
You noticed it when I was
Mhm.
editing the other day.
Yeah.
It's how good it sounds.
Well, except
Sounds
for
awesome.
when, like, one of you's talking and all of a sudden I start coughing, and then anything you say just instantly is going to get drowned out.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but
Well, we
So
always
we
talk
need-
over.
that's not a sound quality problem.
Right, well, all I'm saying is we got to be more mindful of who's talking.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta watch out for talking over each other.
Right, and so if one of us, though...
We're not very good at that.
Well, if one of us, like, starts to cough or something, though, like, the others might want to just stop talking, so for a second and then resume.
True.
Yeah, well,
Or
That
belching.
too.
we've been bad about talking over each other for 75 episodes now. I think our non-fan base is probably used
Our
to it.
non-fan base.
Yes, our non-fan. How many fans do we have? How many fans do... Higmo.
Igmo. Does he actually still listen to this? Like, does he message you guys, or what?
We made him up.
Yeah, we
Oh,
made
really?
up Higmo. You didn't
No.
know we made up Higmo?
No, I thought... there
Dude.
seriously was one guy.
He lives in his
No,
fa-
there's
he
no-
lives
there's
in
no
his
one guy.
parents' basement and feeds on fish heads.
Oh.
Yeah. he's an it.
Yeah.
We Googled him once. We found this guy named, like, Jeff Higgins or something. He's this guy,
His nickname is Higmo.
and his nickname is Higmo. He's like a lumberjack in, like, Oregon.
That would be awesome if this was all true.
Yeah.
And that was
and then, like, we decided that guy is our one and only fan. Actually, we do have some people that listen. I know that my friend Eric has listened to some podcasts, and I'd like to get him in on these sometime. I want to get him in on a Skype call,
E-Rock.
find out how to record a Skype call, and get
You're
him
gonna
in on this thing.
You're gonna need, well, one, if you want there to be any kind of quality for that, one, that's gonna have to be connected with Ethernet and not a wireless. Two,
We could do a show
you
in
need
the basement.
You need an actual good connection, not the shitty connection you guys do have.
We could go to someone else's house.
Yeah.
I've done one Skype call thing. I wasn't the one that edited it and put it together. I was just part of the
yeah.
Skype call that was podcast, and I pimped our podcast on another podcast.
Well, for the record,
Can you say podcast one more time?
Podcast.
Anyway,
I'm just waiting for the kid to be able to start, like, saying that.
I'm just waiting for the kid to come. Podcast.
I don't even think that was podcast. I think you went podcast. Yes, we should do that, a podcast about COD.
We're not doing Codcast. We are
Oh,
not
no,
doing
I
the
didn't
Call
mean
of
Call of
Duty
Duty.
cast.
I meant like COD
The
as in
fish.
fish.
I was going to say, we're not
Podcast
doing a
about
Call of
fish.
Duty cast. All it would be is
Wait.
us sitting here talking shit about Call of Duty for an hour.
Wait, why can't we do that? We'll make Alex play just so so he can hate it.
Yeah. Well, tonight we kind of got a Pong cast going on.
Yeah, we do.
Weird.
Anyway, we do have 5 topics this week. We've got the usual amount of topics. Unlike last week, we only had 4. You guys want to get to them?
Yes.
Does any of them involve my favorite serial killer, Dexter Morgan?
Yes. No.
No.
What?
Damn it! Okay, fine, whatever.
We
None
can make
of them
one up if we have
involve
time.
any serial killers. So the Toy Box Killer,
Wait.
Wesley Dodds. none of
Well,
them.
if we're talking about Capcom, then yes, we are talking about a serial killer.
Oh!
Games. Oh, no, I'm just playing.
They're serial killing Mega Man right now.
Anyway,
I saw this funny picture with, it was
I
like,
highly doubt that.
I saw this funny picture. I highly doubt that.
it was the Mega Man 3 select scene, or select screen. You know, with the 8 robots and Mega Man in the middle, and all of the, and
Wait,
all of
one
the...
second. Are you having a Tourette's fit or something?
No.
I just think.
Yeah,
I just
joystick
threw
over
the
here is
tab at
flipping
the
off the window.
and then flipped off the tab.
I'm
It's
still
over there
not
somewhere.
convinced that wasn't a Tourette's fit, just for the record.
That was a board fit.
I'm sorry, Alex, go ahead. Mega Man select screen.
Okay, it's the Mega Man 3 select screen, and all of the Robot Masters have been taken out and replaced with the Capcom logo, and in the middle of it, there's just Mega Man looking really, really sad. And I was like, aww.
Okay, that was a funny picture.
Yeah, you should have
That
seen
was
it.
me protesting Alex going to Erie.
Oh,
Throw
yeah.
the tab over there.
Yeah, screw Erie. Erie is dreary.
No, you're just saying.
I
no,
was bored
no,
last
I'm-
night.
I think you're just saying that because you were sick. Because
Yeah, well, also
look
the
at
weather
this way.
sucked up there.
I went to.
It's a nice town.
I've only been to Gettysburg once. Well, the weather sucked everywhere in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Virginia yesterday. So, no
No,
kidding.
we got
Weather, the wind was blowing so
Oh my
fucking
God.
hard here.
They
yesterday.
had rain down in North Carolina, like really bad rain too.
Ooh,
so-
we had like 4 inches of snow up there.
really.
Yeah.
You guys want to get to the topics?
Sure.
Wait, and one second.
Time's up.
When fuck you and your little dog too.
Oh.
Anyway, no, it
Andrew
was like
does with his
I
finger.
forget what grade it was, but we had a field trip to Gettysburg, right? And it wasn't just on a school bus. It was we were like when I was living in Indiana, so it was much further away. We were actually on a real nice actual bus with like,
Okay.
a
Indiana,
bathroom and
Indiana, or
everything.
Indiana, PA.
Indiana,
Indiana,
PA.
PA.
Okay.
And so we took this bus trip to Gettysburg. It was supposed to be all day
Unlike
trip.
the tour buses.
Yeah. It had a bathroom and everything like that. When
Yeah.
we went to Gettysburg, like I got up in the morning, I thought I was just tired because it was extra early. I told my mom, I'm like, I don't really feel too good. And like, I didn't feel good. I thought it was just because I was up early. And she did too. She's like, it's just because it's earlier. You can sleep on the bus. You'll go and you'll have a good time. I'm like, all right. So I went. Turns out I was actually sick because halfway there, I like shit my pants.
Oh,
like I'm just
man.
sitting there, I wake up and like I had to throw my underwear away in the bathroom, and I had diarrhea and I was throwing up for the entire trip. The teacher, they even like at one point, like the teacher was like asked me straight up, was like, "Do you feel good enough to get off the bus and go around with the rest of them?" And I'm like, yeah, I stood up and went over the floor of the bus, and she's like, okay, you know what? No, you're not leaving the bus. Just go sit in the back and lie down. I'm like, okay. And so it was horrible. It was actually painful to me. And
Tim,
I
I'm just imagining
So
you
is
sitting
this.
on the toilet with a garbage can.
Oh, like that's never happened in your lifetime.
I love
I'm
the
just saying, I'm
Yeah.
imagining little Tim doing that.
I love the story about
But so I have kind of a negative impression of Gettysburg because I'm like looking out, feeling like shit out at these monuments, and
You're
then
like,
running to the bathroom. So that's when and someone says
So
Gettysburg.
Tim says, fuck that historically important town.
No, when anyone mentions Gettysburg, I immediately get
you
this
think
awful
of the
taste.
pain.
I immediately get this awful taste in my mouth, and I clench my ass cheeks. As a result, when anyone says Gettysburg, it's like a natural reaction because I
still
was
like-
so young when that happened.
I still like Billy's story when he was like really hungover and he was throwing up in the bathroom at
He's
work.
got a lot of stories.
And then he started farting because he was throwing up so hard, which made him laugh. So he's like alternatively throwing up, farting, laughing, throwing up,
I just
farting, laughing.
imagine one of the managers walking in on that with him like not even having the door shut, so he just hears like repeatedly and walks over and looks and just sees Billy like going insane while like
I
shitting
bet
himself
that
and
bathroom
throwing
smelled
up
wonderful
everywhere.
too. You guys want to get to the topics for a change?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what would have made better? If Billy had decided to go to the urinal, it was like shitting in the urinal while throwing up and laughing. Imagine a manager coming in and seeing that.
Now that we've delayed the topics for 16 straight minutes, would you like to get to them?
Okay, what's the first topic?
Or better yet, if he was draped over the one bar in between the stalls so he could diarrhea crap in the one stall and the other. Oh, that would have been beautiful.
Okay. Topic?
Okay. Are you gonna let me get to the topics this time?
Yeah.
If you can
The last 3 or 4 times you guys
give you an
interrupted
opportunity,
me.
stop wasting it, go!
Okay. Okay, you guys remember talking about Project Rainfall?
Vaguely.
Maybe?
I forget it every time we bring it up, but I
Yeah.
know I've brought it up several times.
Project Rainfall was the fan effort to bring
Bless the rains
three-
down in Africa.
No.
to bring 3 Japanese RPGs to the United States.
Oh, I
For the
vaguely remember you talking
The 3
about
were Xenoblade Chronicles,
this. Okay.
The Last Story, which is from Mistwalker's Hero Note, which is from Mistwalker Hironobu Sakaguchi. It's the head of that project. I believe he directed it. And then Pandora's Tower.
Okay.
We already talked about Xenoblade Chronicles being announced to come to the United States.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I know that's a very popular, like, RPG.
The Xenoblade series, yes.
Yeah, but I remember they made an anime, and I was watching the anime, and it was stupid as shit, and I was like, no. There's no way this is actually what the game is like, because it would not
Have you
be
seen the
this
Zone
fun.
of the Enders anime?
No.
It's pretty dumb.
Ah, that's disappointing
you
because
know
I
what?
love that game.
Oh! That reminds me, real quick, speaking of which, have you... I don't know, this is a little off topic. I know, but this is still video game related,
Okay,
actually.
go ahead.
You know the game Darkstalkers, right?
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
They did a 4-part OVA for it, an anime OVA.
Was
Have
it
you ever
good?
seen it? It was excellent for it was the 90s, for 90s animation. It was very well done. The story was good. The voice work was good. Even the English edition of the voice work was pretty good. And like it was kind of, in a sense, a little bit. It went slow at first, and then got more rushed towards the end. But honestly, for an anime based off a fighting game, it really had a loose story at best.
Yeah,
It was actually pretty good, and they managed to include all the characters.
that's cool. Have have you seen the? Are you familiar with the Book of Ease series of RPGs?
No.
Oh,
RPGs.
I guess that it wouldn't
Easy
do any
E?
good to point. But
What's
there
the
was
legally?
there was 2 anime miniseries based off of
Okay.
it that I enjoyed the hell out of both of them when I watched them.
Wait, you've watched anime?
I've watched some anime. I don't watch much anime because most of it that I've seen I didn't enjoy. This I liked a lot.
Question: does most of what you see, is it dubbed with English? Because I will admit, a lot of the English voice acting for anime is complete crap.
Yeah, but we watch Godzilla movies, so we don't really care
Okay,
about
I
voice
watch-
dubbing.
I've owned like 17
Well,
Godzilla
not even
movies.
just the work, but some of the translation. You know what I mean?
We are witnessing an
Because, like,
historical
you were saying,
battle.
like, you can't... Okay,
I don't like Dragon Ball, for instance.
That's not.
I can't blame you for
No.
that. That's more... But,
That's
I've
the one of
never
those-
liked the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's never been my thing. But
I
Gundam
think-
Wing, I liked a lot.
Wing, I like the other... I don't like... Everyone likes Wing, but I don't like Wing because it's like... It's like all the other mechas, these, like, billion-dollar machines, are shooting at these the Gundams. I know they're better, but they're just standing there taking it. There's no way that these 5 particular machines are that much better than all these other ones that they can just literally, like, go tear through all these other mechas.
Yeah, I know
as
Gundam
if
Wing's
they're,
not
like,
perfect, but
paper
I watched
mache.
I watched it when I
Or
was like
Raditz.
12 or 13. and loved it back then. So, I mean, maybe it's part nostalgia and part just I really like the characters and the story. I love Duo Maxwell.
Okay. Oh, Duo was awesome. But
Duo was awesome.
But sometimes it could be a little bitch.
He reminded me of D-Pad. He reminded me of my brother. We decided that like we were deciding like who would have what character, and I was like, well, Ian's the little skinny one with girly hair who can't shut up. I'm the spaced out clown with biffed up hair. I should be Troa.
You're more Troa. But the reason I brought the voice is because you said you couldn't stand this.
I'd like to be a tree.
So, so that's why I thought, like, when it comes to anime, when you hear stuff like "excuse me,"
that was
like that, you would
brilliant.
That would put you off. But
okay, can I finish talking about this story?
No, because you know why I say no? Because we tried to get you to watch Elfen Lied, which is fucking awesome.
Nobody's tried to get me to watch Elfen Lied.
Oh.
No, we did. You just ignored it, and eventually you walked out of the room texting on your phone, and we were like,
No, that wouldn't have been me. I've never seen Elfen Lied.
well, then you.
Well, yeah, because you were looking at your phone. I do not remember this. No, when was
I
this?
remember there was a discussion because you said, well, I don't really watch much anime, and we were like, dude, you will like this, though. It's really good.
I think you would like Elfen Lied.
I think you
put
might
it
be
along.
confusing me with someone else. Because I have no recollection of this at all.
Okay, well, you do need to see Elfen Lied. It's only 13 episodes.
I'll give it a
and
try.
It is really awesome.
I'm not saying I won't give anime a try. I'm just saying I don't
no.
watch much of it and I don't like most of it.
I've
been told I would enjoy Ninja Scroll.
Well, let me put it this way. I don't enjoy as much anime as I used to because as I got older into more better and complicated plots, a lot of the anime I would watch and be like, this is stupid.
You know one anime that I admit...
Why did I ever like this?
You know one anime that I openly admit is pretty damn stupid, but I love it anyway?
What's that?
Devilman.
Yeah.
I never saw Devil Man, but I saw Devil Lady, and
It's kind of like Fist of the North Star, but supernatural.
How long is it?
I should show you my
It's
Devilman.
a series.
My two Devilman OVAs.
Oh. Yeah.
Because let me put it this way. Devil Lady was actually a full-on, like, 26-episode series, but I think
there was a Devilman
cameo.
series. It's like, I've got the entire thing on my external hard drive. I haven't watched it
I
yet.
think there was a partial crossover, like, with the Devilman characters and Devil Lady. I think Devil Lady was supposed to be, like, the origin story of how all the events came into place, but...
I don't know.
with a different
I've
maker.
also read the manga. I don't remember which one, Tim. I never remember how to pronounce it.
Manga.
Yeah, manga. I've read 3 of the mangas of Devilman and really enjoyed them as well.
Okay. Anyway.
I like anime
So-
and manga and gaming. No.
Oh, I thought you
Which
said
is-
game
You know what, you
I
know
was
what's the
like,
most ironic part of that?
Yeah.
Is gaming is a North American invention.
Yeah, true.
yeah, but the Japanese perfected it.
Yeah, they made it the cult following that it is today.
Yeah, but the truth is, America has come back in the sense, like, we're actually leading right now because of how we use engines. Like, Japanese never really used engines for the most part.
Well, some Japanese companies are starting to use American engines too.
Right.
Like
Hideo Kojima was talking about it. He was like, the
he wants
future...
to get an American engine for the next Metal Gear.
Right, what he said was during a discussion, he was like the future. He's like after Metal Gear 4, and he was looking at it and he was like trying to figure out why many people didn't like it and everything. And basically, what people wanted to see out of it that he wasn't able to do, he realized, well, if I had used an engine, the engines, I would have been able. But he also, there are certain things about the engines he didn't like that also kind of limited. So he wants to actually kind of cross the old-fashioned style of gaming with the new style of using engines into one.
Square Enix is used
he's
the engine, the Unreal Engine.
right. He's trying to basically merge old-school programming with using engines, so that each new game, while it uses an engine that allows them to do more, at the same time, each game is still unique and original.
Yeah.
And
Square
its
Enix also built their
playability.
own engine. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's called the White Engine. I don't remember if Final Fantasy 13 runs on it, but Versus 13 will.
Well, real quick, I'm really mad about how he's like, no, I'm really done with Metal Gear this time, and Metal Gear Rising is in the works. And he really did stay out of that for the most part. And I don't know if you saw the behind the scenes of it was like 40 minutes long about what happened to Rising. Did you see that little documentary?
Yeah, he said basically it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, he went to check up on them, and they were like going around in a circle for months. And he was like, "I don't want to scrap this project." He's like,
so he gave it to another company.
Yeah, the guys who did like Bayonetta.
I thought it was the team that did Heavenly Sword.
I think that's the same team. They did Heavenly Sword, Bayonetta.
Heavenly Sword was a pretty good game. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good.
The reason he chose them was because he always liked the games they came out with. Plus, their games were usually high octane type games, which is what they wanted to see out of Rising. And so, it was funny because the guy, what's his name, who's in charge of it, he was talking with Hideo at a party. And Hideo was like, he was asking, what's up, blah, blah, blah. They were talking because they both admire each other.
Yeah.
And so Hideo was like, so we've been working on Rising. We're kind of stuck in a place. Would you be interested in taking over the game and finishing it? And his response was like, he just started laughing hysterically. Because he thought Hideo was joking, and then he looks back at Hideo, and Hideo's just standing there stone-faced, and he's like, wait, you're serious? Because he never thought in his wildest dreams, A, Hideo would let anyone else work on the Metal Gear series, B, he himself has always dreamed of being part of the Metal Gear game. Wow. So he was like, the fact that Hideo was letting us do that was like a dream come true.
Okay. Okay.
So those RPGs are coming to America.
The last story is coming to America. The one that I want the most. The one from Hironobu Sakaguchi, who created Final Fantasy and is now with the company Mistwalker, that did Blue Dragon and... What was the name of the RPG for the 360 that used the song White Rabbit in its commercial? Do you remember?
Stuff.
Do you remember that commercial?
No idea.
Lost Odyssey.
Odyssey. This story's boring. Let's move on to the next one.
Well,
I'm actually really excited about Xseed is doing the levelization, and I'm really excited about this because I want to play this game. It looks awesome, okay. And I have all the respect in the world for Hironobu Sakaguchi.
It's a funny word.
I'm sorry, but it's too easy.
I kept throwing...
I'm not even going to say anything other than his name.
Fucking... Ian laughs every time I say it, too, and I'm like, the man deserves your respect. You like his game.
Well, right, but I'm sorry, like, we're not
I don't think he's even laughing at the fact that it says Sack in it. I think he's laughing at the fact that it's an 8-syllable name and you pronounce it perfectly every time. So he's just like, wait, what? Hironobu Sakaguchi. Wait, what? Hironobu Sakaguchi.
Well, I guess that's the same as Miham, like Miko Takahashi.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, but everyone knows.
Ian and BioWare are doing a truly unique promotion for Mass Effect 3. Have you heard about this, Tim? Did I talk about this to you?
The dog tags in Battlefield 3?
EA and BioWare for Mass Effect 3. What they're doing is they are taking Mass Effect 3 code and putting them in like these capsules to protect them, and launching them up into the high Earth's atmosphere, so that it's basically in space.
Wait, what are they launching into space?
Copies of Mass Effect 3.
Why?
Then they fall back down to Earth, and if you find a copy of it, you get to keep it for free. They're putting GPS locators in them, and they're doing this, and they're getting a lot of news coverage because they're doing this. It's a truly unique way to promote the game.
And a truly dangerous way, too, because let me put it this way. If it can actually survive the re-entry...
They are surviving re-entry.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if they survive re-entry and are still playable, that means it's going to create a pretty good impact, because they have to be in some kind of protected container. Like, imagine if that fell on someone's house.
Well, I think
you would have been copy! Oh, God! Fix my fucking house! My car! It's not insured for falling video games from space!
Thus far, none of them have...
Actually, a lot of insurance policies do cover that. Space debris. But they're not... They're going up on, like, what? Wedding balloons. Weather balloons?
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll come down pretty gradually.
Oh, the parachute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is actually really cool. I mean...
Watch it
the people who get this are going to be like... My copy of Mass Effect came from space.
Yeah.
Where did yours come from?
Game Shark.
That's a truly unique thing to have.
Yeah.
I think this is a really interesting and cool way to promote it. There are problems. One of them got lodged high up in a tree, and they were throwing rocks at it to try to get it down. Someone had a baseball attached to a string that they were just tossing.
No, I just imagine now some guy's gonna be like, oh, did you get this such and such new game? No, why not? I don't have the money for it. What do you mean you don't have the money for it? Look, video games just don't fall out of the sky.
Mass Effect 3 lands right in front of them.
What is it?
Hot naked women, big titty women don't just fall out of the sky.
Nice.
Yes.
This is one of the most unique ways to promote a video game that I have heard in a long time, and unlike other unique ways to promote a video game that we've talked about in the past.
That's fine, just please stop using the word unique. You keep making me think of the FP.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
And
that's really
original ways of promoting video games that we've talked about in the past have been incredibly dumb. Like, you remember our long and our lengthy discussion about Splinter Cell and the promotion that they did for that, where they sent the guy to the bar
with a gun
and bandages, and he was like
just had to feed
dressed as the main character from Splinter Cell.
He just had to feed his hamster.
What? Oh,
that's the conclusion we got to.
This is a podcast worth listening to. I don't. Basically.
Wait, what was the promotion? He goes in there with a gun and gets shot by the bartender? By the way, you want a free copy of Splinter Cell? Worth it.
Totally worth it.
I don't remember all the details, but a guy got arrested by the police after going into a bar dressed as Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell.
Why can't the producers
with a gun?
Why can't the producers who were in charge of that Splinter Cell project? Why didn't they face criminal prosecution? Not the creators of the freaking Aqua Teen Hunger Force, because some old guy thought the Mooninites were fucking bombs.
That was funny.
That was funny, but they got prosecuted for that.
That was pretty stupid.
They obviously won because it was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It was like they were bright lights. There was no indication on them. Yes, there's a terrorist symbol right there. But anyway, no, I just imagine Capcom going, oh, let's come up with a creative way to. I know, we'll go. Street Fighter 5 will have a big, burly, muscle-built go on the streets, knock people out, and when they wake up, they'll have a coffee on their chest. Seriously.
Get someone that looks exactly get two people
Ryu
to fight
and
that
Ken.
looks exactly like the two generic guys that were in the intro to Street Fighter 2 that weren't in the game. You remember?
I never saw that.
You never seen the intro to Street Fighter 2?
Talking about the game, not a movie, right?
Yes, the game.
Okay. No.
Oh, well, it just starts off with this, black guy and this white guy just squaring off against each other in the street, and there's a crowd of people gathered around them, and one of them decks the other one, and it pans up to the Street Fighter logo.
Mike Tyson's
and neither
Punch
one
Out.
of those two characters are actually in the game. Which is kind of funny.
Sounds like something Capcom would do. Well, at least they got the intro to Street Fighter 4 right. All 5 minutes of it.
Wasn't that a fight between Ryu and
that's how
Ken?
it started, but then if you let it go and you didn't press start, it just went with a bunch of other characters fighting. It was fucking awesome, especially when you saw both Chun-Li and Cammy squaring off against Juri. Because oh man, she was a crazy bitch. She was actually supposed to be a boss.
Like a boss.
She was actually legitimately supposed to be a threat to place.
Oh wow.
So,
of course!
You were wondering about it. Basically, we were discussing this story about Splinter Cell. We were talking about how.
Wait,
what the hell?
Oh.
What? Yeah. What the hell was the meeting like? And we said that maybe someone's brain hamster got tired, so they thought up. And the wheel quit spinning, So they thought up this incredibly dumb idea, and when we decided that
So,
they
so
thought
Ian
this
says,
incredibly dumb idea because nobody fed their brain hamster.
this is the first one we did a video of.
I can just imagine.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it Catgirl?
Did you stop doing
I
the?
forget.
Did you stop doing the stop motion?
I only did that for like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Did
we
you
haven't
ever
done it in a
actually
long
have
time.
me in any of those?
I don't think we did.
No.
Because I think you took pictures of me and then never used them.
Ah,
and
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
right. It is such a pain to do those, though. It
Yeah,
takes like to do like a 30 to 45 second clip takes like an hour, and that doesn't include actually listening to through the episode to actually find the clip I want to use.
I
You know
selected
what?
a clip
Once I get
on
my
audio.
computer, I wouldn't be opposed to taking up the challenge. However, I probably have to.
I would
listen to-
appreciate it, Tim. It would take some of the load off. I mean, it would give us another place to advertise it, and Lord
Well, I'm
knows
not saying I would
enough
do it
already.
every episode or anything. Just a special one, like maybe an episode that was exceptionally good above all the others. That like you can understand this well, and it's all funny stuff. the whole
Yeah.
way through.
Okay.
Ah, yeah.
Or maybe the one where Ian just went off on her head. Call now, and you can have butt sex or something. Well, I don't know what he was saying that one time. You
The
know
one
what
where
I'm
I was like
talking about?
floating in space.
Well, no, Ian was like having like a really bad day or something. And he just like Josh was like all like, well, in any case, and Ian would just go off. He's just like, I remember he told me about it. He was just like, yeah, I was just really pissed. I really didn't want to be there, but they were insisting I had to be. So I just fucking lost it, and I ranted about whatever came to my mind first.
Okay, so
But-
Microsoft released an update for Xbox Live this past week that a lot of people had no idea what it actually did. And here's what it actually did.
Does big
nothing,
scary
they were
things.
just like, shit, they're on to us. Let's just say it's updated. Just add a packet.
No, it did.
Just add like a couple megabytes of empty packets. They'll never know. They'll never know. They'll be looking forever, thinking it's something awesome, but it's nothing.
No.
Okay.
In the past, they used to have a direct link. Like you would go to the Xbox Live Marketplace, and directly on the Xbox Live Marketplace was a link to the indie games section.
Okay.
And they took that out, and the indie game developers were like,
What the heck?
"What the heck?" Because it was harder. Basically, it was harder to get to the indie game stuff, and they're like, maybe it's affecting our sales. What the hell, Microsoft? So Microsoft fixed it and just put the link back, which I think is a good thing.
Right.
I mean,
But that was a whole.
I want to
update.
see the indie game developers, the good ones, not
Yeah.
the ones that just copy other people's work. And
That's all I play Xbox for is the indie games.
Well, pardon me. Well, PlayStation hurt themselves. Well, besides not having indie games for the most part, on
PlayStation does have
side,
indie games. It just
not
doesn't
as
have a
much.
dedicated indie game section.
Right, but what I was going to say, it's not like kind of like how you have the Android where you can add just any, like if you're a developer, you can add a program up onto the market.
It's something
But-
that I think that
Well-
PlayStation should do.
Well, yeah, but they already don't have that going for them. Then there's the fact that I'm sure SOPA hurt them a lot. Because are they freaking retarded? Gamers are on the internet. Internet is gamers, vice versa. If you're going to try to be a part of a bill that's going to censor the internet, you're going to hurt your business, especially if you're in the gaming business.
But I would like to
Which-
point out that both Microsoft and Nintendo originally supported it as well.
Yeah, but didn't they change their minds?
Yeah, so did Sony. They all backed off on
When
it.
did Sony? I saw Sony was still part of it up until like.
Sony was the last one to back off of it, but they did.
Still, they were the last ones. That's the key there.
Yeah, they should have
And
backed off before
so-
Microsoft.
Bad points on Microsoft for taking it off to be like to turn themselves into the big bad company asshole, like Sony's been showing their colors to be. Although props to them for saying, okay, we screwed up.
Yeah,
Here,
props to them
have
for
it
saying they
back.
screwed up.
And-
doing this. I
Because
wanna
in a sense, that puts them even in a better light than it put them into a negative, because they admitted they were wrong. However, I don't like how PlayStation like continuously keeps going, no, we're not wrong, we're in the right, to the point where like, yeah, our license agreement says it doesn't matter if we say
Phone's
It
ringing,
doesn't
dude.
matter if we say bumbada 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 bumbada. That's how that went right there, but they're not gonna hear it.
wait, it's still ringing, but Jesus Christ, it took me like it was retardedly like phone sex. I don't know.
What?
What?
Are we supposed to put them on speakerphone?
I was speaking to you. My phone was glitching out like a turd on a rabbit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, my phone so fucking retarded today.
Hey.
Hey, look.
Yeah, I'm still at Alex's.
Please do me a favor on your way home.
I am not having sex with a rabbit named Rex. What?
What?
I have to get like a fucking hobbit.
What? What's the simple favor? Get you a shamrock shake?
Now, would you pick me up a pack of cigarettes, please?
Oh, thanks for bringing high school back. Fine, whatever.
What?
Kim! Get me cigarettes!
Am I stomping on the floor or speaking to you like you're my slave? I'm asking you nicely if you'll pick me up a pack of cigarettes.
You're stomping on my soul, Sean. It hurts me. Right here.
You're tearing me apart, Sean!
I'm just joking.
He's just messing with you, dude.
I'll get you cigarettes, okay?
Did I ever forget her?
Maybe. Just,
He won't intentionally forget
I'll
them.
let you know when I'm leaving here, okay?
Alright, but for once, will you please do what you say you'll do?
You know,
Say
usually
what
when I
you'd be.
don't do something, I say I'll do. It's not because I intentionally don't care. It's because I forgot.
Well, work on it.
Work on not being face.
Work on not being fake.
Alright. I'm just joking. Chill out. He hung up. What a butthurt.
Work on not being.
Was that still recording or?
Yeah. Okay.
I was just like, start working on that.
Okay.
And I was gonna say something along the lines of like being serious, like being a princess or something. Like, then I was like, no, I can't think of anything. Face. Anyway,
Okay. Brian Taylor, who is the co-director of the upcoming Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance movie.
that was my response.
I
to
concur.
seeing that trailer.
And the co-writer of Gamer and Jonah Hex has signed a seven-figure deal to bring Twisted Metal to the big screen.
Oh, geez.
Avi and Ari Arid from Marvel are attached to the project as well. Calypso, Dollface, and Sweet Tooth are confirmed characters at this point.
I thought they already did that. Wasn't it called like Death Race 3000?
Basically, that's what it was. But
Except this time,
2000.
it's just insane mecha cars and
No.
like
No, I'm
post-apocalyptic
sorry,
world.
but this is gonna suck, and I'll tell you
No,
why.
I agree.
Jonah
'cause-
Hex sucked.
No, because first of all, half-naked clown. Number 2,
ICP.
ICP. And number 3,
It was,
it
a
was
clown.
a clown.
Wait, Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Andrew's rationale for
why Twisted Metal
why Twisted
sucked.
Metal sucked. And he's like, number 1, half-naked clown. Number 2, ICP, who wasn't even on the soundtrack. It just reminded him of him. Number 3, it was a clown. He's like, are you afraid of clowns? They're like, no. It's just a freaking clown shooting like flaming balls of fail. And that game sucked.
I gotta be honest, I've never really liked the Twisted Metal games.
I love Twisted Metal 1 and 2. My brother and I used to play Twisted Metal 2 co-op all the fucking time back in the day, and I loved it. I loved Black as well. And I can see this working as a kick-ass action movie as long as they get someone better than this guy to do it, because this guy wrote Jonah Hex, and that movie sucked.
I didn't even see it.
Alex, say it with me.
I don't remember any of it.
Bono,
Ah,
Bono likes that movie,
And
and Bono sucks.
let me put it this way. maybe it can be saved with a little bit of grace if it's just over the top.
And gravy.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be over the top because the games are over the top. But have you seen Jonah Hex?
No.
Don't see Jonah Hex.
Okay, let's see.
It sucks donkey balls. It's horrible. Although there are some characters that I would love to see if they do this. Like, you gotta get more than Calypso. Obviously Calypso because he runs the thing. Sweet Tooth because he's the face of the franchise. But Dollface has been in all of one game at this point, so I don't know why you definitely need her. But
Because she has tits.
yeah, probably Warthog would be awesome because his car was like a Hummer. It's fucking badass. It shot 3 missiles, and then Outlaw would be cool in the police car. Mr. Grimm would be cool, and they could get Johnny Cage to play him because he already played Mr. Grimm in Ghost Rider.
Well, Johnny Cage. Or wait, did I just
Nicolas
say
Cage.
Nicolas Cage, sorry.
I think I said Johnny Cage too.
Yeah. Nicolas
Johnny
Cage.
Cash.
No, Nicolas Cage, he would do it. You know why?
Because
ICP.
Can't say no.
No, he's literally addicted. He literally has been diagnosed that he is addicted to money. And so he's in debt over his ears, and he does any movie that comes his way, shitty or good.
Oh, wow.
So if they said so, you'd be like,
He's not a bad actor.
no, he's not. He just does shitty movies because he's in debt up out of his ears. Whatever's willing to pay the most at the time, he does. Oh yeah, Sean texted me. You know, the shitty responses you give me normally are bad enough, but when I try to speak to you when you're at Alex's, you act like a complete ass. I'm asking for a simple favor, and you try to show off, make me seem like a jerk.
And the
No.
pants were dead.
No!
Okay,
Wait, 1 second.
time's up.
Yeah, it's called messing with you.
Okay, no, I wasn't trying to make you seem like an ass. I was just messing with you. I was just playing around. It was just a joke. Please stop acting butthurt.
You said butt hurt.
We am butthurt over the FP.
Yeah. Yeah, the FP.
We am butthurt over the FP.
Oh my gosh. What's up, clam chowder?
Let's see what other characters would be cool. Hammerhead would be cool. Hammerhead with a big fucking monster truck. Come on, that'd be awesome.
Real quick, the voice recognition actually recognized butthurt, but they dotted it out as if it was a curse word. So I had to put it in manually. What does it do that? Like, we must censorship what someone said. Like,
What was it you sent me the other day and it was like, Tim, I rarely
yesterday?
understand what you're saying.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Want me to look it up and
No.
repeat it?
No, we should get on with this.
Okay, well, what's the next topic?
Oh, we only have one more topic. I thought we were going to be talking about that one longer because we usually talk about video game movies for a long
Yeah.
period of time.
We're all
We
the-
usually bring up like how they always suck and
We're
how
all
very
exhausted though.
very few of them have ever been good, and how like Silent Hill is like the only one. Okay, Bobby Kotick,
Oh
who
no.
we love to bitch about, is the CEO of Activision, and a royal prick is also now the director of Coca-Cola. Not quitting Activision, but you know what this means? Coca-Cola's gonna be running promotions for fucking Call of Duty.
Insane, yeah.
Coca duty.
Yeah, we're gonna get Coke of Duty.
I saw
Bobby
that.
Kotick, could you be any more stereotypical? I just want to see like a picture of you with like a plate and like a club sandwich stuffed with $100 bills.
With the massive hatred that he gets from gamers, why the hell did they want to hire this guy? You know?
Cause, let's see, he's in charge of a game that's as white bread and stereotypical as the American male who's ruining the image of this country for the rest of the world and all the good people in this country.
Well, he is in charge of a game that makes more money than God.
That's part of the problem. The COD fans they're part of the issue with this country. I'm sorry, they're shitty games. It's pure and simple. And literally, you play Call of Duty, especially Modern Warfare, and you know what it is? America! Fuck yeah! Like, seriously. It's nothing but sensationalist bullshit I've seen people playing it. Like on one level,
It's
in
like
Modern
Team
Warfare
America,
2,
but serious.
No,
Nah.
it's like, oh my god, DC got hit by a nuke, and you're a soldier running along, and there's the White House on fire. It's sensationalist bullshit. America,
what?
we're not constantly under attack. Stop pretending we are. We're not constantly at war. Okay,
You know what they do?
We won two of the biggest wars in history.
2 wars.
2 wars! Okay, we've done that.
wars!
Okay, so we were good at the 2 most important wars in history. Let's find something else to be good at. I'm tired of the fucking fighting and invading countries at a drop of a hat. And the countries
what
we
they
focus
do?
on are not even the important ones.
I know, right?
You know what they do to sell Call of Duty, and it works for this guy too. You know who Roland Emmerich is?
He has a fun name.
He
I'm
did
sorry.
the American Godzilla. He did 2012. He did Day After Tomorrow.
Oh!
He did Independence Day.
Well, Independence Day wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, but
Like,
but
people,
what does he
like,
do?
hate
He
on-
shows you destroyed buildings and shocking footage, and then
Right.
people go see the movie. That's
And
what he
people have
does.
caught on to his bullshit, though.
And that's what Call of Duty is doing, is it not?
Yeah, it's the same sensation.
It's the Roland Emmerich of video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I really...
So
that's
that
what I
makes
dislike
Bobby
about
Bunch
it.
of,
Kotick.
bunch of stereotypical characters with no real...
With just sensationalist images.
We put the trust of our country in buff drink lots.
Nice.
It's like...
Stereotypical characters with no real depth, and then shocking images. That's what Call of Duty is.
Well, what kind of pisses it? Well, Bad Company 2, the characters are great, except the main character you play as, who has no personality. And sometimes I can understand that, so you can better put yourself into the role.
Yeah,
But
that's why
still-
they don't give Link a voice. Or even lines.
Right, but the whole... Well, I'm not so sure I believe that. You take into effect that a lot of those Nintendo characters were back in the day before there was any kind of voice or anything for them, right?
Mhm.
And
They were
and that's how
early
people
characters.
remember them, and so adding a voice can ruin that character.
Well, they did add a
And-
voice to the character once, and it sucked.
Like-
Excuse me,
Yeah, exactly.
princess.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Like Mario kind of got a voice like "Mamma Mia" and stuff like that, but
He also got a
even
voice
in the
in the
newer
And it has gotten more annoying.
But yeah, that for one. But if you look into newer games, when other people have voices like Bowser and stuff, which aren't nearly as bad, you hear Mario still barely ever talks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
But
mean?
they have given
And
voices to some of the older
Sonic just
characters
keeps
that-
getting worse.
That's the one thing that ruined that. That's one thing among others that ruined that franchise.
Well, they're finally getting Sonic right and
Mhm.
doing it well, and they haven't regained it completely, but they're getting better. Sonic 4 was
Sonic
good.
4 was really good.
Sonic Colors is supposed to be pretty good, and then Sonic Generations is supposed to be pretty good,
Mhm.
which is a mix of both 2D and 3D. And
Sonic Colors! The colors, Duke! The colors!
and both halves of that game is supposed
You know what really ticked me off about Sonic Generations, though? I played that at Colin's house, and it's like I'm running along in the first stage, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is a clone of the first level of Sonic 2. So I'm like right at home, all of a sudden the pattern changes up, and it turned out it was an original level. Now, I expected it to be an original level, so I'm not complaining about that, but they lured me in to think that, this was like a rehash of like one of the old games, this level. So it confused the crap out of me when I'm running and jumping over this terrain that I recognize so well, and all of a sudden I don't recognize it anymore.
Well, the point was to be nostalgic and new at the same time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To remind you of the original levels.
Yeah, but
without
I mean the
actually
layout.
being original
The
levels.
layout of the level was actually the same up to a point, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
Well, that's what they were trying to do.
Because it gets me into a rhythm because I've played it, W Blue Sky times.
But it's actually supposed to be a good game, and they did the same thing. They did the exact same thing. Like the very first level, Sonic Adventure 2, where you're on the board going through the streets.
You're on a land board and
Yeah.
you're going through a city and
Yeah.
you're dodging cars and stuff. and you're Sonic.
Yeah, it was awesome. You played
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
It was awesome.
Dude, that was so... Yeah, when Robert Wenrick used to come over, that was the only level he ever wanted to play.
Well, the rest of the game had a lot of good levels too, but that level is in Sonic Adventures, and that level is in Sonic Generations, and it does change up eventually. It's something different that you don't really recognize. It's like familiar and new at the same time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, yeah. Bobby Kotick sucks.
Yes, he
Fuck that guy. He's so gonna do cross promotions between Activision games, especially Call of Duty and Coca-Cola.
There's just gonna be parts of Call of Duty where you open like a Medipack and like a bottle of, like one of those little glass bottles of Coca-Cola pops out and they like flaunt it. Like old like Zelda style, you know. Just like obscenely like in your face product placement.
There's gonna be Call of Duty. There's gonna be Coke billboards in Call of Duty, and then there's gonna be Call of Duty stuff printed on the Coke bottles.
There's gonna be Call of Cola.
And they're gonna like hand out
Call of
boxes
Duty
of Coca-Cola at Call of Duty launch parties and stuff like that. You know. You know what's gonna happen. Everybody knows what's gonna happen.
This gives startling new relevance to the old phrase "killer Coke."
Well, it's no. You know, I honestly don't think it's gonna be anything really that big or new because look at it this way. What did they do with Modern Warfare 3? Oh, you don't actually have to play to get experience. Buy fucking Doritos and soda and...
Yeah, it was Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew!
Is that a Cola product?
It's Pepsi, isn't it?
I wasn't sure. I'm not
That'd
sure.
be funny.
Yeah, I think it's Pepsi, so either way
Someone
it's still
told
like...
me the other day that Dr. Pepper was a Pepsi product, and I laughed at them. I was like, not where I'm from, it's not!
But, it's just gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be like... you want experience? Buy our shit. Buy Coca-Cola. And Doritos. And stuff your face.
Yeah, but, or you can be a rebel gamer and like not buy any of it and do it all the hard way.
A bunch of people
yeah, but
were
it's
like,
Call of Duty. No one does.
That, like,
no one with that kind of integrity plays Call of Duty.
A bunch of people were like, isn't that like cheating? And then their response to this was, no, because everybody can do it.
That's true, but it's not at the same time because...
Unless you're poor or have like heart problems.
No, it's different because...
Maybe you have heart problems because you're buying too much of Doritos.
Exactly.
No, that would be the case in the sense that everyone can buy the game and play. And you can't be like, well, it's cheating because they have enough money to buy the game and I can't afford to buy the game. That would be stupid. However, I don't agree, well, because everyone can do it means it's not cheating, because in the sense... Not everyone has as much money to blow on drinks and snacks on top of the game. A lot of times, a lot of people who play video games, they play it because it's high replay value. It brings especially in online multiplayer, it brings a lot of reusable entertainment to a lot of people who can't afford to buy a new book or a new movie every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw a comic about this once where it was like this gamer with the Navi type thing floating over saying buy Mountain Dew and Doritos, and you can get up at the top of the leaderboards really quickly in Call of Duty, and then it shows you like big fat sitting there playing Call of Duty later on. And then the fairy's like, you disgust me because you're so fat and lazy. And then he's like, sorry, I can't hear you from the top of the leaderboards.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's basically what Stephen Colbert said about that, because he brought it up actually, about the whole points for the Dorito. I think it was Doritos and Mountain Dew.
I think it was.
He was like, it's bad enough that they don't get exercise while sitting at home playing this game all day, but now he's like basically way to encourage them to eat more sugar or whatever. Like I forget the way he put it. It was much funnier, but what the important thing he was
I'm
like,
pretty sure the ingredients of Mountain Dew or sugar, water, and green.
And it was like, and nothing speaks more of the American way than if you can't put the time and effort into getting to the top, you can just buy your way there.
Yeah.
So
You guys want to wrap this up?
anyway,
Yeah, I feel like this, senor.
Well, thanks for sitting in on this, even though I know you had a shitty weekend, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, this has been another...
Really big show.
should we close out?
Yeah. This has been another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick. With me this week was Slacker Chan. Say goodbye to the people, Slacker Chan.
Well,
Not the cupcakes!
That wasn't even appropriate. We can remove it in post.
We can remove it in post.
don't you dare! I can't. Hey, I could have went home, but I came here instead. So.
We have a quota of 3 pony references on every episode.
Well, that was the third. So.
Oh, okay.
All of them made by one person.
Yeah.
Because the rest of us are like, I will face palm before I will make a pony reference.
I think I've been guilty of it at least once on this.
And bottom line, you let Andrew Cleef on this show.
Yes. Half-naked clown.
It
We
was
gotta show you
clown. Also with us this week was Gameface. Say goodbye to the people, Gameface.
Bye. I'm gonna go pass out now.
Yeah, I hope
I'm gonna go
you're
pass
feeling
out the
better.
bottles of Coca-Cola while I play some COD.
I hope you're feeling better soon, man. We'll talk to you guys next week.